stay fly.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It is your favorite host, Adrian Nyce. We back with another one, a new guest in the hot seat. Who am I here with today?
Mac P, man.
Mac P in the building. What's up, brother?
What's going? What's going? Nice to meet you, man.
Yes, nice to formally meet you, brother. First off, how'd you start your day today, bro?
Today started off great. It's Sunday.
Right,
So
Sunday, good
is it
weather.
Saturday? Is it Saturday or Sunday?
Oh wait, it's Saturday. My fault. He got me saying
Hey,
Sunday.
look, that's how the day started off, man. Loaded, but man, woke up, sun was shining.
Okay.
Great day. You know what I'm saying? Coming back from a great weekend, great event. It's just been good, man. A whole lot of motion going on this week.
That's good. That's good. And so, where are you from?
I'm from
Born.
the city.
So you're born and raised here.
Born and raised downtown when it was still Carolina Medical Center before Atrium.
Lord have
On the
mercy.
east side, Milton Road. So
Thanks. So you kind of been here here a while and have seen how Charlotte has progressed, grown over
For
the
sure.
years and everything
sure.
like that. How do you feel about how it's grown and the direction that it's going?
I think it's beautiful. I mean, we have plenty of space for all of the growth, so
Yep.
why not? Everything they're doing is beautiful. Camp North End, where we are right now, this
Right.
is a beautiful project they installed here. They're building up NODA, they're building up Central, they're building up South End. I mean, it's growth. Why not? It's
Right.
beautiful. I mean, a lot of people are complaining, because a lot of people are getting pushed out. But hey, that's life, man.
Change.
You know
We need
what I'm saying?
We need to change in order to grow.
For sure.
So,
For sure.
comes with it.
Everybody can't make it. So
He said the strong would survive.
you feel me? Like, hey, you gotta go get it.
Nah, that's a fact.
Concord ain't too bad, man. It's right up the street.
Nah, exactly. And that is another thing. Like, there's so many surrounding areas too. Like,
For sure.
there's definitely room for it. I love the direction that it's going in too. Like, there's definitely money here too. There's
Plenty
art,
of money.
a lot of art, a lot of talent. There's so many things going on. And just to kind of catch our audience up to speed, let's just like a brief overview in your own words, like who you are, what you do, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, I connect the dots.
Okay.
I bring people together. That's all, man. I see a whole lot of potential and opportunity, man, and you know what I'm saying? Kind of like DJ Khaled, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I put dope projects together, man.
No, I feel that. I like that. The dot connector.
Okay.
And with that, it's kind of like you got to be able to not only connect the dots, but like see the talent, whatever capacity, and then match it with this talent.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Which can be
Exactly.
an art and a skill in its own.
Exactly.
Because not everybody, mixes.
Exactly.
Clashes,
Exactly.
which is dope.
I appreciate that, man. And you know what I'm saying? It goes beyond just seeing like people's talent and like whatever they're doing, being able to collab. It's also like people have different personalities,
Yeah.
and so you got to be able to manage people,
Right.
like when you bring them together too. So
Yeah, that's
to
true.
make sure the project can flow well. So it itself is definitely a task and skill.
What was life like growing up for you in Charlotte?
Life growing up on the east side, I'm not sure, like how everybody else grew up on the east side, but my mom was a single mom for a little while. It was me and my older brother. He came over like every other week, and it was kind of rough on the
Okay.
east side a little bit. But my big brother, what I'm saying, we grew up playing sports. He was a dog at football. I was a dog, and big bro is just solid through and through. Like, what I'm saying, really cut from stone. So
Yeah.
and he instilled that in me. So we just, we 90s babies. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, we just, I don't know, just a little bit different, man. We got tougher skin than what's going on in the times nowadays, bro. So, we take whatever get thrown at us, and, you know what I'm saying, we pivot. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And we just excel at no matter, you know what I'm saying, the cost. So,
And so Contraband is the brand, which we're going to dive a little deeper in later, which is like clothing, right?
uh, it's just art. It's
Okay.
not just we highlight the clothing that is about the 70 to 80%, the majority of it, but it itself is just art.
Got you.
Painters, people that cut hair, just art, any form of artistry.
So I brought that up to say, like, y'all were in school playing football. After football, or maybe even during, like, what art did you get into, or what was the next step after the football? Like, what did it lead into
Well,
personally?
the clothes was just always there. The
Of
clothes
course.
came in, I guess, from my big cousin. Like, shout out big cousin Bryce, my nigga Eastside Bryce, man. He one of the flyest guys I know. Like, he was just always fly, and shit. He was the same age as my big bro, so you know what I'm saying. They used to get fly together and pop out. So I just really kind of fell in love with
Hell
getting
yeah.
fly. And then in high school, we had a little modeling team in high school.
Okay.
I did not join, but they were, you know what I'm saying, they was heavily after me to join. So they really just kind of like showed me like, damn, like I must really be putting that shit on. Like, okay, then they
Right.
see it too. They want me to join, but just really, you know what I'm saying, they were always, like had a thing for the females too.
Right.
So getting fly, brought the, the females.
And it's crazy how, like, important your image is, and some realize it more earlier than others, but, like, really, like, depending on what you're wearing, some people might treat you different, or
For sure.
it might take you farther, or
For
whatever it
sure.
is,
For sure.
which is dope, which is
Yeah.
cool just to think about. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely it's
In
dope.
whatever culture you're in, you might be outside, you might be at the club, you might be in the corporate office, just
Right.
all how you dress
Right.
and carry yourself or whatever.
And that also like it's not it doesn't hold true to everyone, but for the
For sure.
majority of people it also reflects your life outside of clothes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Taking pride in your appearance is also gonna be you taking pride in your work life, like in your
That's
home
facts.
life. You're gonna take pride in a lot of things that you do when you care about your opinion.
Right.
Your appearance. So
That's a fact. Look, pay attention. Okay, and so when did Contraband come into play? The name.
Contraband came into play probably about 2022 when I really started going to like the streetwear markets.
Was it always Contraband, or did it start out as something else name wise?
It started off kind of as like a spinoff of my podcast, Underground Privilege. The market was going to be underground fashion market, but then I was just like, that's not it. That's whack for real. Like, you feel me? So I was just like, we went through names for about 3 months before we really locked in on Contraband Takeover.
No, I
So.
fucks with Contraband. I fucks with that name, Contraband Takeover, Contraband, because Contraband's like something you shouldn't have, but everybody wants at the same time type shit.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the exact, you know what I'm saying, like vibe we're trying to get. I don't know the exact word, or I don't know, like that, you know what I'm saying, that we're trying to give off with
Yeah.
this, because it's just like basically what we're aiming to do is just have like all of the most influential people from every community within the culture, like be a part of the event, because that's what Contraband Takeover is about. Just, you know what I'm saying, those creators that just have so much influence, like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, that, you know what I'm saying, the suits, they don't like it, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
because we kind of, you know what I'm saying, controlling things.
And so as far as like the core people helping push the brand, like how many people are involved, would you say?
Core people involved, like initially,
And you ain't got to say names if you don't want to say names. Just like how many?
Yeah, I'm not gonna name drop. Like initially, it was like three, 3 to 4 people that was like there since ground zero, But of course, you know how things work. Like
Right.
after I just had this first successful event, like on Sunday, you know how people, oh yeah, man, we see the vision now. You know what I'm saying? You know how that goes. But it was, you know what I'm saying,
Good.
it was a good bit of my friends like that I didn't mind still bringing on board. So it
Yeah.
went from 3 to 4 to now we got a solid team, a strong team with like 20 guys.
Wow.
So this next event is about to be. It's gonna be a good show.
So you said it started from the podcast, and in the podcast y'all are talking about fashion.
The podcast is actually, we've never like sat down and did like a podcast interview like this. It was more so street interviews at other events.
Got you.
Right.
No, but like when you say events, like trade shows, like clothing trade shows?
Yeah,
Or
like
just,
other streetwear markets.
got you. Dope,
Right,
dope, dope,
right, right,
dope.
right.
And so now you do your own events.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. It started off, you know what I'm saying? It's still going. We're still going to other events, doing interviews, interviewing consumers and
Right.
vendors. But it just got me to thinking like, yo, this is dope as fuck. Like, why isn't something like this going on in the city? You feel me?
Right.
Like, and we have just as much potential. So I started doing my own research, and I came across only one other platform that was going on at the time,
Yeah.
which was Carolina Streetwear Market. Shout them out. You know what I'm saying? Tap
Big
in with
shout
them.
out.
Their platform is fire as well. I think their event's coming up in like 2 weeks. And then like when I started doing my research, like right after that, another market popped up, 704 Streetwear Market. Their market's actually going on right now, man.
Yeah.
Tune in with them over there. They got a fire platform as well, but it's just like in the same hand, they're all like all of the markets are kind of like repetitive. They're all kind
Yeah.
of the same thing. So I kind of started going to all of the markets to see like what I liked at every event, what I didn't like, just taking bits and pieces from each event, you know what I'm saying, to incorporate into mine and then add in all of the things that I didn't see, you know what I'm saying, that I would have liked to have seen there.
So you're traveling out of state too?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, for
like, what are
sure.
some places that you've been going to these markets?
Well, the main market that we like to go down to right now is Atlanta Streetwear Market.
Yes.
We plan to go to OTS, which is on the scene in Atlanta, but we didn't make that one, and we also didn't make Unfazed, but that's another market in Atlanta that's going crazy. But we're about to go to the Denim Streetwear Exchange May 24th. So
Fire.
yeah, that's
How do you find out about the events? Like, you just, I mean, I'm sure you're tapped in the scene too, but
right,
like
right.
as a consumer, I guess, or just maybe even another brand trying to get in, how do you, do I
Um,
just need to be looking at the pages and seeing?
For sure. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, if you're trying to figure out like about the events, just go on Instagram and like type in key hashtag words like streetwear
That's what I do,
markets.
yeah.
You know, like, and they're all gonna just
Yeah.
gonna start popping up.
Right.
You know, all of the markets from small pop ups to large pop ups. You know, they're all gonna start popping up. Or you can just go on the larger events pages, and all of the smaller ones will start popping up
Right.
too. You know, so
All right. So what we're about to do, we're about to go to our first commercial break.
For
And
sure.
when we get back, we're gonna dive a little more into like your event.
For sure.
Ones that you've done already, but also like what you're incorporating in yours, how it's gonna grow, et cetera, et cetera.
For sure.
So we'll be back right after this commercial break.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, we are back from our first commercial break. So, Contraband Takeover. You started doing your own events. How many have you done so far?
This past Sunday was our first event.
First event. Okay, let's talk about how it went. How did it go? Because, everybody's first is probably like maybe not their best, or it is, or, you
Right,
learn from
right.
it.
It was far from our best. We learned so much from it.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, it was great. It was a
That's
great
good.
intro show, especially, you know what I'm saying, considering all of the obstacles that we overcame with.
Right.
It was a great show.
And so kind of just talk about like your setup for your first one, like how was it? Was it booths or was it like, just kind of run us through?
It was at a smooth little location in University in North Charlotte, off Mallard Creek Church Road on a dead end, 5,000 square foot venue, like 3,000 inside, 2,000 outside, covered patio. It was smooth. We had
That's
32
fire.
booths set up. We had 32 booths set up, but then we probably had maybe like couple vendors leave, so we probably had like 28 the whole show, but it was very smooth, spacious.
When it comes to the vendors or the brands that you have a part of your event, are they submitting their brand via application or
Yes.
messing y'all, or are y'all handpicking like these vibes? You know what I'm saying?
Some of both. We have vendor request forms available on our website, contrabandtakeover.com, and in our bio, Contraband Takeover on every platform, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. So we do go through all of the vendor request forms that we do get submitted, which are quite a bit from brands that vendors that would like to be a part of the event. And then we also do ourselves reach out to vendors very heavily and just, brands that we would like to see out there,
Right.
invite them out to the show.
That's good though, that like if you have like a vendor application form and you're seeing that you're getting an overwhelming amount of submissions, that means that there's a need. There's a need
Exactly.
for it.
Exactly.
There's a need for people who are wanting
Right.
you to fill that void. And so
Exactly.
now,
To piggyback off of
yeah, go ahead.
that point, a lot of people were asking after the first show, like, "Yo, when is the next one?" Like,
Hmm.
we actually didn't plan on spinning back until like August, September time. They was like, "Yeah, no, that's too
We
soon."
need it ASAP.
Exactly. We need another one this summer, like June, July type
Hell
one.
yeah.
So the next event is June 29th. So definitely tap in. Do not put it on your calendars right now.
Okay, so with this next one, what are you gonna do different? Like, what did you see? It ain't gotta be everything, but maybe just a couple things that you saw, like this next time you'll switch up.
Well, for one, we planned on having at least 2 to 4 food trucks at the event. We only
Mm.
had one, which was still great. You know, Jasmine's Cuisine did her thing in the pink truck. You know what's going on when the pink truck come through. So she's actually gonna dub back at the next event. And then we also have Fancy Funnel Cake locked in to pop out at the next event. So and then we're potentially going to get maybe one more food truck. So the food trucks being there and being on time is crucial.
So, well, when it comes to the food trucks and the different ones, like, are you wanting just a more variety of different foods, or was it just like too many people for this one food truck, or like
Just a variety
variety?
more
Gotcha.
so. Like, Jasmine's Cuisine kind of was bringing like fried chicken, fried fish, soul, macaroni and cheese, soul food vibes. So we would like to potentially have maybe like a taco truck out
Yeah,
there or
different. Not everybody
something.
eat.
Yeah, maybe
Just,
a Jamaican food truck or something,
yeah.
But Shells is coming with some soul food
Hell yeah.
also, but kind of like a cool fusion and twist on it. Like they incorporate a lot of like desserts into their entrees. It's pretty unique and cool.
Okay, so we got the food trucks. What else are we gonna maybe incorporate into our next one?
We got the Bike Life boys coming out.
Bike life
Them
boys.
boys
What?
we for sure bringing them bikes out at the next one. We were hoping to bring them out on this first one, but
Wait. When you say bikes, are we talking about like bikes, or are we talking about like motorcycles, or like
we talking
dirt
about
bikes? Like
dirt
we
bikes. We talking
okay,
about dirt
okay.
bikes, 4-wheelers, ATVs.
Oh, so we doing tricks and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, that's fire.
I told you it's on a long dead end too. We about to tear that motherfucking strip up.
That's
But
fire. All right, so they're based in Charlotte too.
yes, well, I mean, the guys that we're dealing with, but they're going to bring a big crowd with them. So I'm sure there'll be guys that come out from other states,
Yeah.
on bikes. So,
Nah, that's fire. I love to see that scene grow in the Charlotte area.
so
And
I
shit like
mean,
that.
so just quickly before we kind of go over a couple more things that we're going to be introducing, that's kind of the whole aim of Contraband Takeover, like that all of the other streetwear markets aren't doing. They're kind of just focusing on just the clothing market itself.
Right.
Just the clothes and those type of vendors. I wanted to like Contraband Takeover. I wanted to focus on the whole art community and culture itself. So dirt bikes, car community,
Hell
clothes,
yeah.
food trucks, every community within the culture, I wanted to be able to highlight and have be a part of the show. So
I think that's dope because, and like you said, yes, it is a bunch of other events that's not. They're just focusing on the clothes, which is cool. At the
right,
core, that's what it's for.
that's fine. Yeah,
But it's kind of like, because I'm kind of more on the music scene. You see a lot of these artist showcases, and it's just an artist showcase. They get up there, they perform, but it's like so much more that could be going on, like
Exactly.
interviews or photography or
Exactly.
whatever. So it's kind of like you're bringing the other aspects without.
Exactly.
It's dope. That's dope.
Exactly. We
That's so dope.
contracted like 3 to 4 of the hottest photographers from
Yeah.
the city to come out. We wanted to make sure the whole event was captured on
Captured.
film and in pictures and we also wanted to give everyone the opportunity, highlight themselves and them brands and just grow, network, rub elbows. So and like you said, music artists as well. Like it's just about growth and networking the
Yeah.
community. Like I'm not trying to shit on nobody else's platform or whatever they got going on, man. But yo, I'm showing love. I was telling all of the motherfucking artists, like, yo, if you got music and that shit fire and I'm fucking with it, send that shit in. We spinning
Right.
it for free, bro. All of these other platforms and DJs and shit want to charge people to spin a song. Like, my shit's an 8-hour event, bro. It's too easy to spend somebody 2-minute
Too
song,
much
bro. Send that
time.
shit in, bro. Like, let's work together, bro.
So you're gonna have DJs up there
Yeah,
controlling the
I
vibe?
contracted 3 of the city's hottest DJs
That's
too.
dope.
I had DJ K Grady out there on a 4-hour set. I had DJ J Lo Got Spins. I had
That's fire.
DJ Be Easy out there closing the show out. So he actually didn't get to spin because we closed down a little bit early.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I had him contracted to pop out.
That's fire.
I'm bringing everybody out.
No, that's fire. I love it. I love it. I love it.
You know
Gives
what I'm
them.
saying?
I love it.
Exactly. And at the next show, we gonna 10x that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a whole lot of aura going on. We bringing everybody out.
Are you gonna do it at the same venue, different venue? Been scouting venues?
Man, same venue. We gonna stay at that venue over there, Lux Event Venue in University, until they kick us out, or until we get until we go back to the expo. Cause you know what I'm saying? That expo wave is coming real soon too.
Damn. Okay. I love it. I love it. And I love it. I love it, man. I love it. You know, we are at NODA, outside enjoying it. This little art community over here. A lot of everything going on.
Right.
Okay. So now, okay. Say y'all get to a level where it gets like super big. Somebody wants to come buy it.
Wants to come buy what? My platform?
Yeah, I guess the platform and maybe the brand. I guess the brand.
Contraband Takeover, like, yo, we want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll buy your show for what? Oh, like buy me out, basically?
Yeah, like say we get to a point where we're filling up this whole thing with like, you said expo, you know what I'm saying? And maybe y'all even traveling with it too.
Right.
What is it, a certain number? Depending on what the logistics are.
It's slow. It ain't no number. It ain't no number.
Okay.
The Wolves is already knocking at the door, man. I told you after that first event, it was a whole lot of, we see the vision now. It's slow.
That's fire. I love it.
I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this, man. Like, this is my passion. This is what I'm going to do. Like.
And so do you guys have your own clothes that you guys are making, curating, designing?
Absolutely. We have fire event merch that's going to be dropping for the platform. A whole lot of Contraband merch will be available at the next show. And then it's for owners, and, you know, we all have our own brands ourselves. So.
That's fire. All right, what we're about to do, we're about to hop into our last commercial break. And then we're going to just talk a little more about, like, your vision, like where you see everything going.
Smooth.
All of that type of stuff. We'll be back right after this. All right, we are back from our last commercial break. And last we were kind of talking about a previous event you kind of put together and plans, ideas for your upcoming one that y'all are planning for, and also your brand, like clothes within your brand.
Right.
So y'all all have y'all's own clothing brand.
Right.
How did y'all come together? How did you meet these other partners or people?
Well, one of them, my boy Lise, that's out in San Antonio, Texas right now. I've known him since college, like 10 years plus. Like, I met him probably 2013, 2014 in college. He was going to UNCC. I was going to CP downtown Charlotte at the time, actually, but I was always up at UNCC playing basketball all the time.
Yeah.
We met in the basketball gym. Then my other two partners that I have with me on the board, I met them probably about a few years ago. Haven't known them too long, but, you know, it's just, you know, some connections when you meet certain people, it's just like you just click instantly, and, you know, I've been locked in with them, like, since we met, and you know what I'm saying, we inseparable. Usually you see them, you see me.
What would you say, give me some, like, tips to, like, clothing brand, streetwear clothing brand. Like, if I got a streetwear clothing brand, or if I'm trying to launch one, like, give me some quick tips that'll get me ahead of the game.
Well, my number one tip, like, one of the biggest issues I was seeing with why we weren't able to accept and allow a lot of vendors into our show was, if this is something you're doing, you really want to take it serious, you know, like, and the first step of taking it serious is separating your brand from your personal life. Like, if you're going to do that, like, you need to dedicate, like, a website or a social page directly for that, because when we were looking at a lot of people's content, it was a lot of people with shirts like they were wearing on their personal page, like here and there. They had it mixed in and
Right.
scattered with like kids and
Dang.
vacations and things they went on, which is fine, like that's what some people want to do, just
Yeah.
kind of just have it splashed in their personal life. But me personally, what I'm looking for and what I believe in, I feel like that should be separate,
Right.
like I feel like you should really just dedicate, you know what I'm saying? It's like to
I would agree.
your brand being its own separate thing, so people can really see the whole vision behind it. But then outside of that, like there really is no tips or tricks to the fashion industry or market, because what works for some people definitely won't work for the next person. Everything is different for everyone. Everyone has different circumstances. So like the best tip or trick that I can give you is, if that shit doesn't work or doesn't go the way you want it to on your first try, don't fucking give up.
Mm,
Keep fucking going. Like which is something that doesn't need to be said, because if it's
yeah.
something you're really passionate about, that's what you're gonna do. You feel me? So
How do you feel about like when it comes to streetwear? Yes, we have, your, I guess, how do I want to say it? Like indie grassroots streetwear brands, but then you have like your high end type of streetwear that might be like $500 for a shirt or whatever it
right,
may be.
right,
How
right.
do you feel about all of that? Do you feel like that's valid? Yes, no? Depends
I
on the brand
mean,
or
I mean, for sure. I feel like it's very valid, because it's just that's all that is. It's levels. It's just showing the levels within the industry, and it's
for sure.
definitely levels to this shit. When people are starting off, then of course, if they don't have a lot of dollars behind them, then maybe they shouldn't price their products as high, because
It's got to make sense.
typically the quality isn't going to be there if they don't have the
Mm,
dollars behind them. But with the higher end brands, like with a $500 type of product, like that's okay as long as I'm getting a $500 experience. You feel me? Like the quality needs to be A1. Like the packaging needs to be A1. The
yes.
shipping needs to be A1. Like that shit need to get there on a hurry up. Don't have my shit out there no 3-4 weeks unless that's explicitly said on, you know what I'm saying, before I buy it.
Right.
Like, yo, 4 to 6 week shipping. Like, man, I want my shit on a hurry up if I'm spending X amount of dollars on
Yeah.
it, like just everything.
I think those are definitely some key things that people don't think about when they want to price their things. You said the packaging, the experience, the
Yeah,
quality of clothing.
exactly.
Like
Exactly.
that's for sure. I like that.
For sure.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. So we got the events. What are some other things going on that maybe you are coupling with your whole brand, your experiences? What's some other things you got going on?
Um, well, of course we're doing the fashion markets, but like we said, we're incorporating every community within the culture into our event. So with that being said, we're definitely gonna ramp up a car event too. That's, you know
Mm,
what I'm saying. Be on the lookout for that. That's coming soon. A car pit is definitely in the works. That's gonna be a vibe in itself. And then also with all of our events, we're trying to get like a real like uh block party type of vibe to it, so everybody can feel welcome and pop out,
right.
network.
How do you feel about like fashion shows and stuff like that?
Fashion shows are dope. I love them. I feel like every event or show is great, because it gives that artist or multiple artists an opportunity to highlight their work and their
Right.
craft. So I feel like it's dope.
Have you and your partners thought about like moving at all? Like has that been thrown out or
Man, look, man, he asking a whole lot of questions and we can't say too much, but just know, man, Atlanta, we coming down there real soon to fuck y'all up with an
it's a
event, man.
takeover?
It's that look,
It's a takeover.
Contraband Takeover coming to every major city, man. Houston, we on the way. Cali, we on the way.
Hell yeah.
Vegas, like it's a real takeover. Contraband, contraband, contraband everywhere, man.
I love it. And so social media, where can people find you personally and also the brand? Feel free to drop websites as well.
Uh, Me personally, Mac dot Premium. I'm just starting to really push the personal a little bit more. I'm all about business, man. But I'm starting to, put my face on it and stamp it. So it's Mac P, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The P is for premium. Mac dot Premium on all platforms, man, because
Premium.
I enjoy the finer things, man. And then the business is Contraband Takeover on all platforms.
Hell yeah. Make sure y'all tap in. And
For
just
sure.
so Contraband Takeover is spelt how it sounds,
Spell
correct?
how it sound.
Gotcha.
Contraband Takeover. No spaces, no underscores, no dots.
All right.
Contraband Takeover.
Any last words?
Man, don't miss the next event or you're going to be sick, man. It's the stage. Paid in full. Man, pop out and pop it. This what's going on. Let's do it, Charlotte.
There you go. And I'm your host, Adrian Nyce. This has been another episode of Mouthin Out. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Hit that button, man.
Are out. Peace.
M-O-U-T-H-I-N. We mouthin' out, now tell me